Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast presents WWE Next Up. That's right, folks. We're here to talk about NXT. We're here to talk about what happened last night on Raw and to give you whatever little bit of news is going on for the day. Of course, it's
Right.
me, your boy, Nana Amas, here with the final boss, the final Matty Reigns. What's going on, brother?
What is up, Kenny? It's been a long day. It was my first day back at the office since
Shit.
COVID.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was long. That was about it. It was just long. The office was cold, so I was just sitting up in a hoodie for most of the day until I went on break. You go inside, it's like 50 degrees. You go outside, it's actually 80.
So you should like, damn this, fuck this hoodie. Wait, I need this hoodie.
Great. Take the hoodie off, get back inside, be like, oh man, I was burning up outside. I didn't feel good in here. Then you get cold. I'm like, yeah, I don't know this. I only got to go twice a week.
Get y'all sick. They're gonna fuck around and get y'all sick.
I go twice a week. So tomorrow is my second and last day for the week.
I don't blame you. Get them 2 days out the way. Boom, boom,
Right.
back to back. Then you can be home for the rest of the time.
Right. I could die. Oh man, I already know I'm running up out of there tomorrow.
What you call it? Today was actually a pretty decent day too. I didn't have to body slam anybody. The one person that did try to take something, I just kind of looked at them and was like, "Come on!" They just gave it to me right off their bag. They're like, "All right, you got me," and then they walked out. I was like, "Well, damn! I wish everything was this easy." Like, I gotta really hurt you?
Oh,
Good.
What is up, Cookies? Yeah, it's the nigga cast today.
Oh yeah,
nigga cast.
Right. Tired in the motherfucker. But let's hop right in. Oh, actually, before we even hop into Raw, let's get into the one little piece of news we have so far for the day, because nothing is going crazy. Surprise, but not really. It appears that the Motor City Machine Guns, that's right, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the former TNA Tag Team Champions, pretty much the former soul and backbone of TNA.
The last heart and soul, the last little bit of the soul of TNA that was left of the original TNA
is gone, folks, and it looks like all signs are pointing to them going to AEW.
I wanted them to go to NXT because NXT needs some veterans. NXT needs some veterans in the tag division desperately, because now that Braun and Baron are gone, it is Axiom and Megamind.
Right.
The club is down there, but I mean, it's the club, so it don't mean nothing. They just there to get paid. At least Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin would actually want to work. They want to get their paychecks.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you figure, Kushida definitely could have put the buzz in their ear, like, yo, I kept getting hurt, but with Trips down there, with Trips in charge, he kept trying to push me. My ass just kept getting hurt. Like, literally, like Kushida didn't work out only because he literally kept getting hurt.
All right, he kept getting hurt, and then they got rid of the cruiserweight division like as soon as he got there, almost.
Right.
Like he showed up, they were like, "Yeah, what's up, Kushida? That shit gone. That's going to Roddy, and it's going to Melo to combine them." I felt sorry for him because he literally was just there. They signed him for the cruiserweight division, and then they got rid of it, and then he was just stuck.
I don't even think it was him. Vince got rid of it because Vince
Right.
Vince never saw anything good in little guys. So Vince got rid of it because I
Like,
believe
Vince got rid of that shit, and he was just sitting there looking stupid.
I can guarantee you if it was up to Trips, we'd still be having CWC right now. We'd still be having cruiserweight classics. Even if there was no belt besides whoever just won that,
Yep.
we would still be having at least a tournament. Even if they stopped 205 Live, at least we would constantly still be having a goddamn tournament every goddamn year.
Yeah, he honestly, him and HBK need to do that, because the way they started that off, it made it seem like it would be a yearly thing, and it was just like a one-time thing. We know the Dusty Classic is always comes around. That's annual. Let's make the Cruiserweight Classic, because honestly, they could combine that speed tournament could be the Cruiserweight Classic. You could put the Cruiserweight Classic on X.
You really can. You really fucking can. And then on top of that, with the way that there quote unquote is no more forbidden door anymore, and the way people are hopping back and forth through promotions and stuff like that, even crazy ass Tony Khan saying that he wouldn't mind working with WWE if even if he's saying that shit, Trips, bring back the CWC.
And both companies, both of y'all, AEW especially, all y'all got some flippy people. All y'all got little people that can flip. So let them cook in the little people classic.
Bro, Will Ospreay is a cruiserweight, goddammit.
Right. They got nothing. AEW has nothing but cruiserweight classic folks. We got
literally.
WWE has Ricochet. They have Dragon Lee, but forget. Sorry, Dragon Lee, you my dude and all. They got Ricochet. Like, they got Ricochet, they got Dragon Lee, they got Axiom, they got Javon Evans. I was like, both companies, and you just let TNA if they wanna be in. What up, Batty?
What's good, Batty?
If TNA, they can even bring in let the Rascals. Man, if they Triple H, bring back the Cruiserweight Classic, let the Rascals reform for one night only in like a 6-man match or some type of I just want to see the Rascals, because Wesley is healed. Apparently he's starting to like that's
sciatica healed up, boy.
That boy healed up because he was doing a handstand. He's doing a handstand. You know what it is?
Listen,
there's like real. I'm all better. I'm like, oh shoot! It's only a matter of time.
What you call it? So, the thing about it is that sciatica ain't too much you can do besides stretch every goddamn day to get rid of it. So my man, they had him on a mean stretching regimen for him to loosen up that goddamn pain. They had that man on the same regimen that Jean-Claude had in Kickboxer. Stretch this shit out. Stretch this some bitch out, Doc. That's what they had him on, yo.
Because I honestly feel like if it wasn't for that stupid incident with his tag partner getting fired, both of them would still be, the MSK would still be in freaking WWE. Like, they would still be a tag team. Like, and honestly, that's the last thing.
They'd be on the main roster. They'd be on the main roster. They would have been a part of that goddamn title match from triple threat match from last night instead of New Day being in it. That'd have been MSK.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, I honestly want to see, like, if they do a Cruiserweight Classic and they want to let all the companies, those 3 companies, want to participate, man, give us reunions that we're never going to see. And for everybody say, I already know Tony Khan ain't going to be like, nah, y'all ain't getting no shield. We said Cruiserweights, my man. We just trying to see the Rascals. We ain't trying to get no John Moxley.
What you call it? Or even if you don't want to do a cruiserweight, even if you don't want to do the traditional cruiserweight classic, do a cruiserweight tag team classic.
Yeah, something.
Like you literally can have DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. You can have shit, Roddy and fucking Kyle O'Reilly against shit whoever. Like it's
Right.
like there are enough cruiserweights to rebuild that whole division to where it makes sense. I really, in my,
Watch.
there we go.
I'm saying it now.
Thank you. That would
Watching,
actually
like,
be a good ass match.
I'm gonna say it right now. Watching like 5 to 10 years, that cruiserweight title gonna be back again, and they gonna finally re-debut the titles that haven't been talked about in 24 years or 25 years. The cruiserweight tag team titles that only WCW had, they debuted them right before they died off. But they had some awesome matches. Like they had Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman. The Filthy Animals were one of their champs, and then they had the Young Dragons. Like if you want to see fire ass matches that probably still are like the stuff they were doing, we see that every day now. But back then we were like, yo, they doing all this stuff in a tag team.
Listen, I'll never forget the first time I seen a shooting star press from Billy Kidman. That was the most amazing thing I have ever seen in my life. This little skinny, weird-looking kid is jumping, like doing a standing. It's like a front backflip in midair, and he's landing on people. What the shit is this? Like it was amazing. Like I can't lie.
Shit, and that was my favorite Rey Mysterio. I like Rey Mysterio.
Listen, Rey Mysterio, yo, back in the day, Rey Mysterio with that Hurricane Rana into that pin, the way he would pop that shit was crazy, bro. Like I can't even lie. As much as I loved him being lawn darted, Cruiserweight Rey.
Yes, Rey Mysterio. Yes.
Rey Mysterio.
He is the GOAT. Him after he got unmasked and he started acting crazy and he was just being himself with the Filthy Animals. I fucks with that Rey. I likes that Rey. That's who Dom is. That's Dom. That's who Dom is. He's just big.
That Rey. The only thing about Rey Mysterio without his mask back then is he looked like
a baby,
a Disney character. That he looked like the baby from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the one that had the cigar. That's who he looked like. Now that you said that's exactly who he looked like. He looked like the baby from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the one that had the cigar.
Yep.
Hey, touch, smacking people on that. Yeah, that was Rey Mysterio. Mm-hmm.
Dom, your dad used to be wilding before you was born.
Yo, speaking of Dom, speaking of WWE, let's go over what happened last night. Ladies and gentlemen, last night's Raw was nonstop.
That show was nonstop 3 hours. And if just think about all that action.
That show was on Prime. That show was on Prime. Okay.
Like, wait until that show is on Netflix. It ain't even gonna be no. It's gonna be a real 3 hours.
Listen, at one point I went in the chat and said, "Whoo!" It was about 9:15, 9:20 when I said that in the chat. I was like, "Oh my god, so much has happened this first hour. I'm kind of tired. It's not 10 o'clock yet. Oh my god!"
I was like, "It's not 9:30." I was like, "Why is it 9:30?" Because like 40 things have happened in the first hour and 15 minutes.
Literally, me and Maddie Raines was like, "That's enough." That's enough. Like, we want to go home. Wait, we are home. Shouldn't it be 11? Like, where the
Like
Cowboys
they
at?
started us off, like they cut right to the chase.
Yeah, all
They're
right,
like,
let's go.
hey, mommy coming out. Mommy comes out, she in the sling. I'm like, all right, I still got hope. I see Adam Pearce in the corner. Shit.
Right. Yo, Matt, I swear, man, that was the legit my same reaction. I was like, well, she coming out in the sling. People have done that before and be like, I'll be back in just no time. Don't worry
Right.
about this. But then when I saw old Baldy Lock sitting in that corner, I said, oh, yeah, it's a dub.
Right. I was like, he ain't
It's a
there.
dub.
She's not giving it up. So, yep. Damn.
I saw Baldy Locks in the corner. I said, "Yep, it's a dub." Folks, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I might as well. We're going to talk about it right now. We're talking about Raw from last night. The very first segment was Rhea Ripley addressing the WWE universe, letting us know that she will be vacating her title, as she will be out anywhere between about, from all reports that between me and Matt have read, between 3 to 5 months.
Right.
3 months minimum, 5 months maximum. She has a shoulder injury. She will be out 3 to 5 months. So she has vacated her title. Now,
Don't worry.
if you watched us,
Next week.
right, what you call it? If you watched us yesterday, you saw my opinion of the situation and what I think of Liv and how I'm like, yo, I feel she's always around an injury or something like that. And I'm like, and I even said yesterday, which I will double down on today, that I do think Liv is okay. Like I'm not a fan of Liv's work. I'm not a fan of her mic work. I'm not a fan of her in-ring work. I'm not a. I'm sorry. I'm not a Liv fan. Everyone has a person that they're not a fan of. It doesn't mean anything else. No one has to take my opinion, because guess what? My opinion is just like an asshole. Everybody has one. Plain and simple. Okay, this is my opinion.
Right.
I think I'm not a fan of Liv. And when Mommy cut her promo last night, I felt like she may have been listening to the podcast, because I felt like she was saying everything that I said. Like, I'm injured because of your stupid ass revenge tour. Like, who are you to be having a revenge tour? That's pretty much what Mommy said. Like, who are you to be having a revenge tour? Then Mommy pretty much said, hey,
And her revenge
it's all right.
is only on Rhea. That's the stupid part. Oh, like, who else was she gonna get revenge on? Like, the whole storyline was supposed, I guess, the whole storyline was going to be Liv beating on other folks before she gets to Rhea, so she can finally, that she's going on a tour of beating people's ass. But because she went a little bit too hard last week, that tour over.
Right. What you call it? Cookies, you got to think about this. It was a little bit different with Seth, mainly because also it was like his knee and his back. You know what I mean? Those are things that can be hidden. Like, he can wear pants over the brace. You're not gonna really see his back taped up and stuff like that. When your shit in a sling, your shit in a sling outside your clothes. They can't make the champ look tough like that, even though they did by having her headbutt the shit out that motherfucking security guard.
Yeah, that security guard, because he took a damn. Glad one me.
And during the middle of her promo, Liv comes out and is pretty much laughing about the situation and stuff like that. Rhea Ripley cuts the promo. Listen, whoever has this belt when I get back, better believe this shit is mine and I'm taking it. And I wholeheartedly believe that. So Rhea, then like I said, Liv comes out, they have security guards come in between them, try to break it up.
Right.
Rhea headbutts the crap out of this one security guard, putting him clean the fuck out.
Right.
And then they escort Liv to the back. I don't. Did they even go to commercial? I
Yeah,
think they did.
They hyped
Mhm.
up Sheamus. They said Sheamus would be returning after
Right.
after
Okay.
commercial. Then we come back from commercial and we see Ray and the
Rhea
rest of Judgment Day.
Judgment
They
Day,
have a group hug.
and they
Oh,
pretty much and pretty
man.
much it was even though Rhea got hurt. This was pretty much Rhea passing the leader baton over to Damian Priest too.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much saying, okay, I'm not champ no more, and I'm hurt. You're here, and you're champ. You're in charge. Pretty much passing him, and we saw it as Priest was giving out instructions on what everybody's gonna be doing for the night, pretty much. Like, yo, we're gonna get rid of this Ricochet issue. That's what y'all two are gonna do. You're gonna take care. He looked at Finn and said, "You're gonna take care of Jay Uso, and then I'm gonna finish him off at Backlash." Like, what you
The
call
night
it?
after WrestleMania is cursed for Judgment Day.
Mm,
First time around, Edge won. He was gloating, and then he got destroyed by Finn and kicked out.
Actually, it goes back even further than that. It goes back even further than that.
Like,
Finn being the universal
WrestleMania.
champion and having to give the belt up the day after WrestleMania because he was
Well, that was
pretty much.
SummerSlam.
Oh, that's right, SummerSlam.
Yeah, that was SummerSlam.
But yeah,
Like,
WrestleMania is no.
Judgment Day is screwed. If you and you're the leader, because Edge was the leader, he got taken out by Finn. Rhea was the leader, she got taken out. Like that, Priest, you are now the leader. You better Finn about to take your ass out.
I hope you realize that. Because Finn is. I hope you realize that. So we get, a big group hug from Judgment Day. And as Rhea's walking off, she gives Dom the old punch her in the chin and is like, "Hey, especially watch out after this one right here." You know what I mean? Because that's her little. And then here goes Dom. I love you. I love you, mommy.
Yeah, that boy gotta be alone. Ain't nobody. Dang, poor Dom. You gotta be alone now, player.
Right. And she hit him back with it in Spanish though. That was the best part about it. She hit him back with him in Spanish. I was like, okay, okay. So now the next thing we got, first of all, shout out to the missus. Shout out to my wife. Ivar comes out and she looks at Ivar's footwear and says, "Oh, he got the Pocahontas shoes on right there."
Not the Pocahontas.
That's right. So I'm dying. I'm like, "Baby, he a Viking." She like, "Mm-hmm. They look good, but no ankle support."
Yeah, they just like Taylors.
Right, pretty much. Look good, but no ankle support. So Ivar comes out to the ring, and the next thing you know, we get hello.
Yeah, we got the return of Sheamus. Everybody making fun of Sheamus because he ain't got fat.
Yo,
Hey,
Sheamus got fat. My man, come on. It's weird seeing Sheamus fat again. Like, he looks like the Sheamus that first came into WWE. That's the thing about it.
Sheamus was a former fat boy. Like, he was fat, and he was bullied and all that, I believe, and he ended up getting into tremendous shape and then becoming a wrestler. He met Triple H and ended up becoming a wrestler. So,
Right.
like, always look at Sheamus. Like, everybody's he's Triple H's, like, Irish son, but he's not because they're almost
the same age.
Like 8 years older than him. So Sheamus is old.
Right.
Like, Sheamus are like, he's just like Triple H's little Irish brother.
Big brother. little big brother. That's exactly like that's what it is. Like a little big brother. Where your man Sheamus came back. Sheamus had on underwear. That wasn't ring wear.
And then apparently he is wearing the stuff that the UFC fighters wear, he is the first WWE superstar to wear those. So he has his gear. His gear is the UFC trunks, just with his stuff on it.
But you know what? Makes absolute sense considering the fact of who's the parent company.
Right. I was like, all right, I see what y'all doing.
Y'all getting that? Listen, what's going on, Kanisha? Like we said, like Matt, you called it from day one of hearing about this merger when you said, I can't wait for the UFC WrestleMania weekend we gonna get. It's coming, folks. It's coming. Listen, y'all slowly, pay attention to the Under the Ring podcast, folks. We tell the future.
Yeah, because it was a couple months ago they had a UFC event in Anaheim, and they had Raw in Anaheim, and I think they had like Bianca Belair and Montez show up at like the UFC event, and they had I think that was the episode where we saw like Michael Chandler randomly yell into the microphones.
Oh,
Gregor, I want you. Like, what is going on? I knew what was going on. I'm like, yeah, he's trying to promote UFC, but because this is awkward and he just looks stupid yelling, this is not going the way they want it to go.
Yo, listen, my man deserves it though. Sheamus deserves it. Because think about the last time Sheamus got injured and he came back. Your man was made out of marble because his ass is too white to be granite. So it was marble. He was made out of limestone. All right. Sheamus came back. Remember when he had that whole workout regimen that he had everybody and their mama on? Everybody was looking shredded and ripped. So my man got hurt and decided, you know what? I'm gonna do some curls with the Twinkies. I don't blame you, Sheamus.
You heard everybody talking. I saw when I got on Twitter for a little bit when I was at work. I saw him. Said a response like, "Hey, I'm big boned it, y'all."
I'm just big boned it, fella. I can see it.
What a lot of folks don't know, Sheamus is basically an American. My boy lives in one of the greatest cities on this side of the coast, in Nashville, Cashville. He is a diehard Titans fan. There is some good food in Nashville. Drew McIntyre also lives in Nashville. He a Titan fan too.
So that's something I do want to bring up since you bring
both of them boys be eating.
Since you mentioned that's something I do want to bring up since you mentioned his name, and it just popped in my head too. Drew McIntyre still has not signed a new deal.
Yeah, he keeps. Me and Mongo were talking about that on the pre-show yesterday. I was just joking around like he keeps signing like these little. Oh, he signed like a 3-month extension. He sounds like a 3-month extension. And I told Mongo, I said, at this point, he's going to fuck around and it's going to get to the point of, he signs a few months. And after a while, I'm just going to say, you know what? You decided an extension, my dude. Or he's going to say, he signed a 72-month extension like my guy. Just say 4 years. Like people be saying, my child is 68 months. Your child is old.
Right.
That's just a toddler.
Right.
Like
that's a grown-up, actually.
Right. It's getting to that point now. Drew has signed. He signed a 3-week extension. He signed a 6-week extension. He signed through Money in the Bank. Yeah, he'll be signed through SummerSlam. It's like, all right, you just have a contract.
He ain't signed.
He's not signed. He keeps signing like a few more weeks. It'll be like
they're giving him like a
backlash.
It's like what Drew is doing is the equivalent of the 10-day contract that NBA players get.
Right. They are literally just ...
Literally, what Drew is getting in the NBA, you can get signed to a 10-day contract where they sign you, you play about 10 games, and they see if they really like you. They may sign you for another 10 games.
Right, you only get like 2 or 3 10-day contracts, and then after
then after that, they either sign your ass for good or tell you thanks for coming out, good night, God bless.
Right. Drew
That's
over
exactly.
Here like, I don't know. Well, talk to me in
All
a
right,
few
nigga.
weeks. All
Right.
right.
All right, nigga. Here's 2 more weeks. That's it, motherfucker. 2 weeks. I'm not. Yo, it's 3 more days. Like
All right, you
that's
won the
exactly
title
what's
at
going
Mania
on.
and you lost. How you feeling now? I don't know.
Bitch. I know somebody in there that said that when he did that.
Like at this point, I know Triple H is probably sitting up there like this dude.
This
What more do you
motherfucker
want?
right here. Like shit, motherfucker. Damn. So we had that segment. Sheamus and Ivar put on a great match.
Yeah, that was
Um,
two big meaty men slapping meat.
yeah, yo.
No
What you
Diddy.
thought?
Heavy on the no Diddy though.
Sheamus hits the crazy white noise from off the rope.
Rory.
Whole damn ring shakes. Sheamus then proceeds to try to take his knee and put it through Ivar's eyeball. He pulls his knee pad down and hits Ivar. I didn't see a leg slap to hear that sound this time. I saw that white ass knee go up through that beard. And
Came
pow!
back on violence.
Sheamus woke up and chose absolute violence yesterday morning, okay? He tried to knee Ivar's face across the ring. It took Ivar a minute to get up. When he did get up, he got up into a fucking brogue kick. Like, and it half caught him in the chin, half caught him in the chest. So, like, all this went in at the same time. Like, so it's like one of these moves.
Right.
And Sheamus got the 1, 2, 3. So, great to see Sheamus back.
Right.
Absolutely great to see Sheamus back. My man chose absolute violence on his return.
Right. And then after that, they went to commercial. They talk about Sammy. They're hyping up Sammy because we're in Sammy's hometown. We get Triple H and Adam Pearce again standing in the ring, and they finally unveil the new tag title belts that I have been telling y'all that have been made for about 11 years now. So I'm glad they finally got it done. I'm glad they stopped
Reggie, when I said Truth had me in here crying, when he was like, you can't say that to the boss, that's Triple H. He said, where? I said, no. He said he's a magician.
Right through you, Tommaso Ciampa.
When he called Trips a magician, I was in here hollering.
He said, I'm done. He said, I'm done with this.
Trip said, can I just leave, please? Can I please just leave?
Adam Pearce was like, now look what y'all did. What I do? You made the
ball. But what I found the best thing, what I found the best about that was the fact that Truth couldn't understand what was being told to him in English, but fucking the Miz being married to Maurice, well, her Canadian ass Miz done picked up on a whole bunch of French between Maurice and his crazy ass mother-in-law. If you watch Miz and Mrs., you know who I'm talking about. His mama-in-law is wild. Okay. So, Miz tells Truth that the belts are theirs in French, and fucking Truth understands. I'm hollering. I'm like, Truth speaks English every day, but can't understand that to comprehend. But say this shit to him in French, and he caught on just that quick. These are ours. These are. Trip said, "Yo, can I just leave? Can I just leave, please?"
I'm happy about the new tag titles. The main focus they use those any belt for nowadays personalization. So the tag titles now have side plates.
No, he ain't French.
What happened after that?
The tag titles. The tag titles look exactly like the world titles.
Yeah, what they're about to do is they're putting everything back to the old brand split. Raw will have the world titles and the Intercontinental title. SmackDown will have all the WWE titles and the US title. And then that's it. Yeah, I guess every title is gonna. I think that should. Well, the other tag titles got to be redesigned. That'll probably be this Friday because
you know what I like though?
Get renamed. They're gonna get renamed to WWE, obviously.
You know what I like? By them doing this and the way that they're setting up these titles now, from the main title down to the tag title, they're now making every title matter again.
Mm-hmm.
That's every title matters now. Like the SmackDown champions matter now. The Raw Tag Champions matter now. The US Champion matters. The IC Champion matters. The World Champion matters. The WWE Champion matters. Like every title matters. The women's.
And they've gotten all the stupid. I don't know. Like that's just the whole point of Vince got lazy because the initial brand split made sense, just like I described it. All the other brand splits have just been the Raw Women's Champion, the SmackDown. It's like y'all have title names,
right?
Why aren't you using them? Triple H is like, we have title names. Why aren't we using them? What sounds better? Would you rather be called the Raw Women's Champion or the Women's World Champion? They make sure not to put heavyweight because they ain't talking about women's weight. They the Women's World Champion. The WWE Women's Champion. Plain and simple. All right. And instead of just having the same whack-ass W belt that's red or blue, you now have titles that look like something somebody wants to buy.
Something somebody want to wear.
To get something that you want people to buy. Don't nobody want to walk around with no damn blue universal belt, even though they have them.
Hey.
That's an era though. I like the red one more. I got the red one.
I got the red one, yo. I ain't gonna.
The red one is
that's my shit.
The blue one look weird.
I got the red one. That's my shit.
See, the red one just look like a boxing belt. It's like, okay, that blue one, I just be like, why are you blue? Like, why are you blue? That was the main thing I hated about the SmackDown. Like Raw and SmackDown. Oh, they'd be red and blue. Don't nobody want no red. Nobody's gonna be walking around with a blue belt like that. We just want black or red. Maybe yellow, maybe white. Not no blue.
The blue was. And if it's gonna be blue, it's gotta be like the sky blue that Warrior rocked.
Right.
Like it gotta be a cool blue. It can't be that ring ropes. Like so you can't have that one, yo.
Right. So then after that funny ass segment, we end up getting a number one contenders match because Backlash is just in a few weeks. So we get DIY versus the Creed Brothers versus New Day. And that was a good ass match.
That was a great match.
That was a great ass match.
That was a great goddamn.
DIY, they ended up winning, so they're the new number one contenders.
But the way they won is the whole meet in the middle,
right?
To Woods. Oh, they knocked the Jerry curl out that nigga. First off, shout out once again to Brutus and Julius Creed, man. Those boys are ready. Those boys are like they really just need somebody to talk for them.
Yeah.
They really need somebody to talk.
The division is going to be interesting to watch over the next year because it's so many good teams. And Awesome Truth, they're the perfect tag team because they're just like, they're just there. They're good. They're not the best. They're not the worst. They're right there. They're not mid either. They're just upper mid tier, and it's good enough because everybody in that division is all in kind of in that same area. It's kind of like NXT, except they're way better.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Like, no one is the superb tag team where they're like where you're like, okay, they have to win. They're the team. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's on the B. Everybody's either a B plus or A minus. Like, everybody's that's where everybody is. Very like, once you do the average, y'all gonna motherfuckers all get the same grade at the end of the school year.
Right.
Like, pretty much. Or y'all gonna get the same grade at the end of the school year.
None of y'all are trash. It's like all of y'all can beat each other.
Right. Like, all of y'all, like, yeah, it literally with y'all, instead of any given Sunday, any given 3 count for any one of y'all. Like, that's
3 seconds. Just
literally for y'all.
3 seconds.
Literally, like, that whole division is literally like that. Like, no one you can see have a like monstrous. The one team that did have an advantage of that is went back down to NXT, which we'll talk about in a few minutes.
AOP is the only scary team, and
these niggas scared. Skip that diddly d. Let's go down to NXT. That's exactly what they did. Shout out to my man Tony Baker. If you watch those videos on IG, you know where I got that from. Okay, Tony Baker, yo, like, that's my dude.
we get Drew McIntyre going ham on a monitor. He kicked the shit out that monitor. Then we get
after the little sadistic chuckle. What you call it? And then fucking kicks them, and this chick is looking at the monitor like, oh my god.
Right.
Why he do that? Why he do that?
Then we got Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree getting beat by Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell because Indy finally woke up and smelled the coffee and was like, nah, I'm about to start cheating. So,
yo, me and Matt was in the chat for about a good 5-10 minutes dying. Like, Indy said, fuck this shit. I like winning.
Like, in the world, like, honestly, if you think about it, if you suspend your dislikes, act like this shit is real, you get paid if you win. All they've been doing is losing. You need to win if you want to keep a roof over your head. You better cheat.
She said,
you better cheat.
She said, Dexter ain't here no more. I got to do what I got to do to put some bread on this goddamn table.
Dude, Candice got Johnny. Johnny do the winning in that household.
Right.
Indy,
it's her.
You gotta win.
You better do what you gotta do, girl. You better do what you gotta do and put some food on that thing. Well, me and Matt was like, look at Indy finally on some. Fuck this shit. We winning tonight. We winning tonight. So
then after that, we get they hype up Damian Priest, talking about that he's the first Puerto Rican world champion. In WWE since Pedro Morales. So that is a very, very long time.
I would just like to say I kept my word and I did sit through both of the matches that we claim we would normally get up through. I did sit through them. I did, and it was good because I saw Indy finally fucking cheat. So that's what I get. That's what I get. Mm-hmm.
And we saw Andrade.
Next, we got Kenny.
Dominic, and that was a decent match. It
was, yeah.
I liked it. It was cool. Andrade whooped that ass.
Right. It was brought to our attention later on that I wonder how everybody else feels about this. How we were all quick to talk about Vince putting all of one particular race into a group and have them feud with another group. It was
Right.
brought to our attention that Trips is doing that right now too. But is he? Because Final Testament. Hmm. Nah, I'm just playing. We can't use that. But
I mean,
is
honestly, like in somebody had put in the chat, it's just like, well, I mean, more than likely you're gonna be friends with a lot of the folks that are the same as you. And a lot of the
I,
stuff that they're doing, like the LWO, is like they had the LWO in WCW. So I'm not shocked that all the Latinos are fighting another group. Like you had two
the
established groups already in Legado and LWO fighting. It's like, but Friday night SmackDown is always Latino. They always use SmackDown ever since they've gotten Rey Mysterio. They signed him all those years
even
ago. They used
Eddie
SmackDown
Guerrero.
as the Latino show.
Like it, and like somebody also mentioned, the Jade, Naomi, Bianca.
It's all people we want to see
It's
together.
and to be honest, I sat down and I thought about it. I was like, yeah, it is all the black females together. I get it, but at the same time, Jade and Bianca being a tag team actually makes sense as far as wrestling, not even as far as just two black women being together. You look at what Jade is, she's a powerhouse that's very muscular. Who's the only other person who actually has a physique that is somewhat similar to hers? Bianca. So it makes absolute sense to have them as a dominant tag team force together.
I would say, like, of course, some of the stuff that he's going to do is going to be similar to Vince. I would just say, like, those three together, just think of it as Team Bad, but way more fleshed out and thought, has more thought put into it. Instead of, because
Hmm.
Team Bad they were just like, oh, we're beautiful and dangerous or whatever. I think that's what they stood for. But that was ass.
It
Like, at
really was
least with them three, they don't have a name. It's just three black women that we all wanted to see
together.
together. We got
Hmm?
we got it. Now two of
Like
them
we
are
can't
teamed up
complain,
together. They don't have a name.
right? Like we can't complain about getting what the hell we asked for. Like we
Like
really
we
can't.
all been saying, we've been saying, oh, we want to see Bianca versus Jade. Well, the only way we're gonna get to that, eventually, slowly but surely, they're gonna have to they gonna team, they gonna tag until, and honestly, they're gonna have Bianca stay with her so until they're ready to take the training wheels off. Right now, she still has her WWE training wheels on,
Exactly.
even though they're teeny tiny because she's already great. She's already there. She's slowly getting better. Right. By the time when her and Bianca face off, oh, those training wheels are gonna be completely up.
I don't. I
When
don't. I
if
don't.
these
I don't want
girls
to
go
call them
there,
that. I don't want to
huh?
call them that. I don't want to call them that. The big three. I don't want to call them that. I don't want to call them that. Nope. 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 Because I automatically go to basketball. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. 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 I'm not calling them that. I'll call them by their name then.
And then
Mm.
after that match with Andrade, they did it. They asked Jay about what happened to his brother, and all he said was, "Hey, I told him to leave." So it's like, well, damn, nobody loves Jimmy Uso. Nobody in the family. They're just like, "Yep, we told that fool to leave, so he did."
That's on. That's on that nigga.
Right.
That's pretty much what the whole family is saying. You got his
Rikishi
pops
is like,
pretty
"Yep, that's what I told him."
right. You got his pops pretty much going there, nigga. That's your ass. You got his
Pop was
brother
like,
going.
"Yep,
I
you
told you.
deserved to beat your ass. You shouldn't have lost." Even though Solo ain't won a match in who knows how long, but hey, that's that. The defeats that don't mean anything. Jay is like, hey, I told you to leave. Dad told you to stay. But what do I know? I'm fighting for the world title in a few weeks.
Right. What you doing? Nothing. That's right. You getting beat up.
Right. Then we get Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. They get Chelsea Green and Piper Niven back on the right side of things, letting them win. That was a good match. I liked it.
That was actually a really good win for Chelsea.
Right.
Because she got ping-ponged last week by Jade and Bianca. So this was a good, hey, thank you for, landing on your face a couple of times while they threw you across the ring. We appreciate
then
you.
They interviewed Liv. She said she was proud of herself and all that, saying Rhea got what she deserved. Whatever, I guess. Cody comes out. He talks some shit to The Rock because he got to keep talking shit to The Rock because eventually him and The Rock are going to fight. Eventually, at some point, maybe. But he introduces his new best friend, one of his new best friends in main event Jey Uso, and they keep talking about yeeting and all that. It was really. Yeah,
it was just a little too much.
Heavy on the ditty. They should have.
Yeah, it was just. It was just getting a little out of hand. Like Cole telling Pat, like, don't yeet all over me. Like, I was like, whoa, hold up, what? Why did it go to this? Why did it go to this? Like, how and why? What is going on? Like, y'all are taking this one step too far right here. Like, for real? That's not what that word means.
They go to come back from commercial. They talk to Nia Jax.
Lied.
Second. She says she don't give a damn about Rhea being hurt, and nobody will stop her from taking the title. That's when they tell us, hey, guess what, y'all? We're gonna crown a new champion next week. They didn't tell us how. All they said is a new women's champion will be crowned next week. And then get what
fans, y'all know. Hold on. Now y'all know how I feel about Nia. And y'all know that's I love me some Nia. But why did I get up there and lie like that? Talking about the last time she saw Rhea was hers. No, she wasn't. Rhea won.
They just expect us to. They're expecting us to forget everything because WrestleMania is happening. Everybody is refreshed.
The last time she saw Becky was hers. The last time you saw Becky was leg dropping you through a table.
Right.
Okay. The last time you didn't actually see Becky because you was laying face down already because she had already knocked your ass out. So why you lying? Stop lying. Don't lie. Don't lie. Mm-mm.
Then we got Finn Balor versus Jey Uso, and that was a good match. We all knew that Finn was about to lose, and he did. But
that match was exactly what we said yesterday. Dropkick City, boy.
And after that, we got what everybody is saying is one of the best production shots WWE has done in the last 25 years because we get one continuous shot of Jay walking up the ramp, going through the crowd. Well, he goes through the crowd into the concourse, pushes a dude out the way, meets Sami Zayn outside the arena, looks up. Sami says, 25 years ago, he saw his first show here. And it's like, well, shit, damn, all right. And then they proceed to follow Sami all the way back into the building, through the crowd, to his entrance, and I'm just like, well, damn, it's a great 4 minutes of very Rocky-esque. Like, I see that they're playing up the fact that they're still going
the promo before that. The promo that they cut was legit Rocky. It was legit
they're
Rocky.
Still going with the whole Rocky theme with him. And in this sense, like at WrestleMania, it irritated me. But I guess it was just because they were in Philadelphia, so it's like, oh God, y'all don't have to do that. But now we're basically like we're in the Rocky sequels now, so it's like, all right, cool. Sami is the champ. Let's see how this is gonna go. They had a great we knew that match was going to just tear down the house. And
I still don't understand why is there a need to put Sami Zayn over? Like he isn't over already. And I think about like I said, Sammy is the man. Love Sammy. Love Sammy. And they also can't. They also what you call it? As far as with Chad Gable, did you see your man got absolutely no reaction when he came out? Like
I
crowd
that because they ain't gonna cheer him. Sammy was the hometown.
I know.
He wasn't gonna get no reaction.
But the thing about it is he got no reaction, not even a fucking boo. So
he got now that it paid off after the match. It paid off after the match because after Sammy won, Sammy went over there. Like we said it weeks ago. Whenever they fight, whenever Gable loses that title match again, he's gonna turn heel. Sitting up there looking all distraught. He was crying. And right when Sammy went over to go hug and kiss his wife, that boy got yeeted right up.
That's what you use yeet for, Michael Cole. That's what you use
got
for.
Straight up. You would have thought security was like, you can't be kissing on this person. I was like, what?
Like he got thrown out like somebody in the club, bro. Like
Chad Gable came up, was like, nah, fuck this shit. German suplex on your neck. Beat that ass. Then what I think is one of just a great shot, that's something that I would have seen in like Bret Hart versus HBK with Chad Gable putting in the ankle lock on Sammy as he's like caught into the turnbuckle.
Like dangling from the turnbuckle. And Chad is just Mongo shared a picture with us with my man. They call my man what? Perk Gable.
Yeah, he's now they're calling him Perk Gable. And after Raw went off the air, when it went off the air to just with Gable still with that ankle lock, I got on Twitter to see if anybody would put in any recordings, and those boos, they showed up. That Chad Gable left it. He walked out of there with them saying, "Fuck you, Gable." They hate that man. He kept beating his ass. And I don't know if it was somebody in the chat, in one of the chats that asked what's going to happen to Alpha Academy. Tozawa tweeted a few minutes after that, or maybe a half hour or so after that, but he tweeted afterwards. He said, well, I follow you, so if you believe this is the choice that you must make, then I will follow you. I was like, oh shit. So Alpha Academy is probably going to follow suit into what their leader is doing. So, damn.
That's going to be, but like I said yesterday, like they could have had, of course it makes no sense to have him win the belt because they from Sammy in Montreal. Of course we all knew that. Remember I was saying like, yo, you got to have this man like beat Sammy in the nuts or some shit like that. Like punch him and kick him. I didn't think he was going to try to rip his knee off and his ankle.
Right. He straight up. And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what heel Chad Gable can do and not goofy heel Chad Gable, sadistic like Perk. Like that's why we're calling him Perk Gable. Because Perk Angle is sadistic, crazy.
Was on some next shit.
He was on all that shit. Perk Gable he just on hate.
That's different. Your man Perk
hate.
My man Perk Angle was out here doing moonsaults off the top of cages.
So after all that was Raw. Raw was, like we said, just straight up nonstop. Let's get into NXT. The main event of NXT, of course, is Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes in the Steel Cage match. This is probably the last match for Carmelo. So
Yeah,
one last main event match in NXT, and he got to leave. He got to go out a loser. I hope he loses unless they want to try and do another match.
yeah, they ain't doing that.
Right.
They're not, especially since it's like all but known that Melo and Dragunov are in the draft. Oh,
Right.
something interesting that I saw with regards to the draft. It appears now that main roster people can be drafted to NXT now.
Yeah, everybody. It makes sense. Like it makes sense.
Everybody's up for grabs.
Every group.
Everybody is up for grabs. That's very, very. I like that. I like that. That'll definitely get the veterans that NXT needs down there to spice it up a little bit and stuff like that. I like that. I like that a lot. But like you said, the main event is going to be Trick Williams versus Carmelo Anthony. I mean Carmelo. I say Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes. Then we got the Don.
You know what? I'm here, Carmelo Anthony. Get back on the court, baby. You ain't done yet.
Then we got the Don returning to NXT after he lost to Dragunov. So now we're gonna see what his next steps are for that. I wouldn't be shocked if he says he wants Obafemi. I honestly feel like the whole point of that, they built him up to look good in that. He got his ass beat. You ain't world title material, but you North American title material.
He needs some type, but like you said, at this point, he does need some type of goal. Like you can't just be sitting here calling shots. No goal.
I'm pretty sure me and Kenny are not going to keep. We are not going to sit and watch this. This is Ridge versus Joaquin Wild. I am not.
Oh no, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. No.
I'm not watching that.
Me and Mongo called this shit. Hold on, me and Mongo called this one. Who
could man
the pain possibly beat? We were like, but I said, Anofi and Malik.
AOP is supposed to be fighting Ildris and his tag partner.
Blade.
Yeah, Malik Blade. You and Mongo both called that. Y'all both called them boys getting killed. Y'all ain't right.
That was happening.
Then I got my boy, one of my favorites in NXT. My favorite is Trick, but Dijak. Dijak going one-on-one with Noam Dar. That's gonna be a good ass match. I don't know who's gonna win that. I hope Dijak, but that's gonna
it better be Dijak.
I like what they're doing with Noam Dar. Like, I just thought he was gonna be done after he lost the Heritage Cup, but he had hosted a PLE, so he has proven that
they still want him around.
Right. So I'm happy for him. And we get more Metaphor, which means we get more Last Legend and Jakara Jackson. Sorry, Oro. We ain't here to see you. Nobody gonna see you, Oro. Then we get Lola Vice. Lola Vice versus Soul Ruka. Long Soul Ruka. That's gonna be an interesting match.
That girl is just long.
That's what I'm like. This is gonna be an interesting match because I'm saying right now, Lola Vice gonna choke that girl out using her leg.
It's definitely gonna lead up to some MMA style thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna lead to some MMA style.
She go so too damn long, so that's why I'm like, yeah, she gonna use her leg to choke her out. No, he's the thing that makes him always worthwhile. Not only can he wrestle, but he can talk. As long as you can talk, you'll always be worthwhile. And he had helped Jakara Jackson. All of them in that group can't talk. He is the talker. The only one who can kind of talk is Lash. She only ever wants to talk some shit. But the other two, Jakara don't talk all like that. She can do her little stank attitude, and Oro just gets beat up. So, that's how he survives. He probably doing promo classes. Yes, she definitely long like a surfboard. That's why she got the whole surfer gimmick. I better leave Sheamus alone. That man be eating. He getting in shape. Hey, he's still in better shape than us. Fat dog.
500%.
He
500%.
ain't Jericho fat.
Right. Right.
Jericho
Not
fat.
at all.
We're in better shape.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Like I ain't got nothing to say about Sheamus. Like I'm talking shit just to be talking shit. That man is in way better shape than I am.
Right.
Shit, even Ivar's in better shape than us. Okay.
Hey, he can jump higher than me. He got better cardio than me.
Exactly. Ivar will fuck around and dunk on us in a heartbeat.
Right.
So they really gonna have Josh Briggs just pretty much clothesline Ivar's Viking head right on off, huh? They really gonna have Josh Briggs just clothesline his head off. Oh, did you mention the Thea Hale and Tatum Paxley match?
No, the official, that might be something they got taped, because all they got on the official is just all they got is Trick, Trick and Melo, the Don Ridge, Dijak and Noam Dar, and then Sol Ruka and Lola. They might be doing dark matches or taping something else on top of that.
All I know is NXT, y'all got 2 hours. I do not want to feel burnt out in 30 minutes. Because if Raw had us feeling burnt out in an hour, I don't want y'all to do everything in 30 minutes. Okay? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's if anything else happens, like, oh yeah, that was a little spoiler lineup. That's what that was. So some of that stuff might happen, but it might not. But if it happens, it happens. Like we're supposed to be getting Dragunov versus Javon Evans, and we're supposed to be getting what else? Oh yeah, Thea Hale versus Tatum Paxley. So we'll see if those happen. But if they do, they do. If they don't, then we know why, because it's a 2-hour show.
Right. They can't get in everything.
Right.
They can't get in everything. But anything else you want to talk about tonight, brother? I think we covered it all.
No, I think we covered everything for last night and tonight. So y'all see,
right.
We'll be back for AEW. Boom goes the dynamite. See what fuckery Tony Khan gonna do tomorrow. As we're on the road to Dynasty, and then on Thursday, y'all had a week off. We back. Predictions. It's Thursday for Dynasty. That's on a Sunday. Dynasty is on a Sunday. The predictions are on a Thursday.
I think I may have to, pull a old alter ego out. One that was a champion on this show. I might have to pull that one out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Well, folks, don't forget to follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. You can also follow us at Linktree/Under the Ring Pod. There you'll find our boy, the man behind the boards, Mr. Greg Bush SK. You'll find me, Rock Ribs 44. You'll find Mike, Mr. Freshbeard. You'll find the final Matty, the right answer. Street Team Captain, Boriel Maliente, and Southern Local Correspondent, Mr. Justin D. Baxley. Folks, once again, thank you for joining us. Please join us tomorrow for Boom Goes the Dynamite. And whatever you do, folks, make sure you're doing it safe. Make sure you're not hurting anybody or yourself. And most of all, do the dawn. Do the dawn. Hey, do the dawn. Hey.
Shout out Frank Thomas.